Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here and I'm about to show you what I found. But before I do, let's talk about this week's tip. Now in the past, I have shown this book, I don't know if I can even get it in here, 100 Greatest American Currency Notes. And it's always been my goal to see how many of those I can get. Unfortunately, you cannot get all 100. Some of the notes are unique, some of the notes are only in museums. So it is a struggle. But I have managed to put together 33 of the top 100. I have recently gotten a new one. That's the note I'm going to feature this time. And whenever I get a note, I'm always excited about it because that's a pretty impressive list to be checking notes off of, the top 100 greatest currency notes. So if you haven't gotten the book, I would check it out. I do have a playlist that features all 100 notes. Some of them are replicas, some of them are just pictures. I feature whatever notes that I actually have. That'll give you the idea of the rundown of the list so you know what notes are part of that top 100. So if you are looking for a lofty goal in collecting, try putting that together. Even having a few of the notes is still an impressive feat, and any note you pull out from the top 100, when you let people know it is part of the top 100, just makes your collection that much more impressive. All right, my 1,000 notes, let's get these out of the way, take a look at what I found this week. And look, I found a printing error. It has the offset print on the back. No, it does not. But if you look real hard, you can see the 1 and the E. You can see 1 right here. This is if you look here, you can actually see what's going through as well, the seal there. Now, it's not that I'm holding this up to the light and it's shining through. I have so many notes behind this, so it is not the light shining through. Some people will say it's an offset printing error. It's not. This is a stripper note. It's soaked in baby oil, so you can see through the note even without light passing through it. The oil made the note a little bit transparent. Just so happens to be that my bank has a dancer or two that work there and deposit their tips. So yeah, you tend to get notes that are soaked in baby oil. Not an error. Did find a reverse birthday note, 1965, February 26th. Not the order I would like, but if this was my birthday, I'd be happy to have found it. Found an alternator, 73737374. Trinary alternator. If that last 4 was a 3, in other words, the note right before this, that would have been impressive. That would have been a super alternator, maybe, I think. Dustin can correct me. Some trinaries, 1s, 3s, and 4s. No additional value on trinaries. Just neat to find. 2s, 7s, and 8s on this one. Rough shape. 3s, 8s, and 9s. Once again, 1 away from a binary. Almost worth money, but almost doesn't count. Remember, a quarter is almost $1. That does not make a quarter $1. 1s, 5s, and 7s on this trinary. And then quads. Quad zeros. Quad 2s. Quad 2s again. And again. Quad 6s. That's dirt. It's not an error. Quad 8s. And then this one's got 5 2s in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was a neat find. Some stars. 2017 A star. Check your stars to see if they are filled. 2017 star. Rough shape. 2017. 2017. Corner's good. It's just fold it over. 2013. And then the older notes, 2003A, 2003A, and another rough shape on this one. Looks like somebody was trying to do something with that seal. I say that, it doesn't mean that somebody was trying to do that. It may be that somebody spilled something on there and they tried to wipe it off and smudged it like that. Not an error, and not even necessarily somebody trying to make a fake error. Just pure circulation damage. Don't try to figure out the why. Figure out the how. Could this have been done at the BEP? Yeah. But with all the damage to this, you can't prove when that was done. So, circulation damage. 2003, actually in good shape. 2003, not quite as nice. Another 2003. 2001, rough shape. 1999. 1995. And the oldest note I found 1969C. That is pretty impressive for a circulation find, and it's got a little bit of crispness to the paper, so that was cool. All right, so what did I pull this week? I bought this off of my friend Tyler from Currency Relics, and if you haven't subscribed to Tyler, you should. I should put a link down below to some of his stuff. He's a younger collector with a collection that blows mine out of the water. Even though he's much younger than me, he has been collecting for a lot longer than me, and his stuff is just very impressive. Like I said, I'll leave a link below. But he wanted to upgrade some stuff, and this is one of the notes that he upgraded, so I bought his original, and this is a $2 1891 Treasury note. This one known as the McPherson note, and it is a Treasury note. A Treasury note is different from a silver certificate or a gold certificate because a silver certificate was backed by silver. A gold certificate was backed by gold. This was simply backed by the Treasury with no specific designation as to whether it was silver or gold or copper or platinum or rubies or whatever. It doesn't matter. It was the Treasury backing it, and you were not going to trade this in at the Treasury for a specific coin. But yeah, it does say the Treasury note. If you read it, it says the United States of America will pay to the bearer $2 in coin. And some of you will be like, well, of course that's going to be $2 silver. And it's like, well, no, we actually had $1 gold coins as well. They were very small. We had $5 gold coins, $10, $20 gold coins. So no, it didn't necessarily have to be a $1 gold coin or a silver coin, or even 8 quarters for that matter. It could be any combination thereof. So that is the McPherson note. Now, some of the other things I want to point out about this note, there is the star. This is not a star note. Okay, all the serial numbers had a star. You can see here, series of 1891. Now, one of the other important things I wanted to show about this note is the condition itself, okay? Because it is good to have a note that has been graded in this condition, because now you've got something to compare it to. Now, you'll notice when I zoom in, you can see that all the ink is kind of broken up. You can see there are multiple handling marks throughout the note like that. That is the indication of a grade 8. Even when you look at the edges, how the edges are a little bit frayed like that, I mean, that is a typical grade 8 note. Now, even with the slight tears on the edges like that, even with the minor corner chip like that, this note is graded 8, and if we check the back, it did not get any marks. Now, while I've got it flipped over, this is the 1891 version, which has more of the white compared to the 1890. The 1890 back, there was a lot of green. They decided to eliminate some of that to make it easier to see some of the blue and red fibers. On this note, it's going to be very difficult, but it was an anti-counterfeiting measure to make sure that the paper was correct. You can see the design features on here. Very tough to read because of the condition. I don't care. I have one. That's the important part to me, and I get to check this off the list. The $2 McPherson Treasury note. Yeah, not a lot of people have one of these. Let's take a look at the book and see what the book has to say about this one. And once again, when I was talking about the back, let me just touch on that one more time. When it comes to getting graded notes, you want to look at that back, and you want to see if there are any marks listed over here for ink or for tears or for repairs or stuff like that. The best note in any condition, in any grade, is going to come free of any comments. So you're always looking for comment-free notes. Whenever you see notes that aren't comment-free, a lot of times they're going to have a net or details designation, but they're still going to have a grade. That gives you a starting off point for value, okay? So when you see a note that has no marks, now you're talking a straight grade, and that is the more desirable grades. It's perfectly fine to have a note that says net or that has comments. Just don't pay the full book for it, that's all. All right, speaking of book, let's see what the book has to say. I have Paper Money of the United States, and here are the McPherson notes. Show the book. There's the book. somebody said something about me showing a book before. I am not paid to promote this book. So no, this is the book that I use. I don't care what book you use. It's the book I'm using. This book to me has the most info and is my favorite book to use. They do not sponsor my videos, and I can't believe I have to say that, but somebody threw a fit, and so much for that. Anyway, here is the McPherson. You can see it says, bust of General James McPherson, Union Army General and hero of the Battle of Vicksburg, engraved by Charles Burt. And there is the back of the 1890 version. And you can see the prices on that one, starting off between $450 and $750, depending on the signature combinations. And this will go up to 60 grand if it's choice uncirculated. I have the 1891 version, slightly more affordable. Let's see, there's 1891. Mine is number 356 with Rosecrans and Nebecker. And you can see even in VG8, it's $400 and goes up relatively quickly. You're talking 1,100 in a grade 20. Luckily, only about 6 grand or so gem uncirculated. Far cry from that 60 grand. But yeah, I'm probably not going to end up with a gem 1890. So I am more than happy to have the 1891. Now, according to the 100 greatest notes, I want to say this one is number 15, and very difficult book to open because it's a hardcover, so let's see if I can find it in here real quick. 20, 17, 16, there we go. There it is, number 15, $2 Treasury or coin note series of 1890. They say the 1891, this is as close as I'm going to get. And the 1890 version, they say, has 600 to 900 known. So that is the one that I've got. I've got the 1891 version of it. It's as close as I'm going to come. I'm excited to own it. I'm chalking it up off the list. And yeah, always exciting to get one of those. All right, guys, if you learn anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Love reading all your comments. Thanks for watching. Tyler, thank you for selling me the note. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next week.